Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, February 13th, 2023. Monday, February 13th. You know what? I was expecting more today. I really was. I mean, big letdown to me. We have Sam and Dante. I really like Sam and Dante as a couple. I really do. They're in London. I'm sorry, London. They're in Devon, England, trying to track down Maggie. So we'll see what they stir up in England. We have, let's see, Dex shows up. He's looking dapper in his little tux. Sonny wanted him to be security. And Jocelyn was outside. She was so happy to see him. She's like, you know how I hate you working for Sonny, but today I'm kind of glad you do, because he was there. Well, Spencer decides he is going to be Spencer and try to pick a fight with Dex, telling Dex, you just leave. I will tell my uncle, you were being belligerent and I had you leave. And Jocelyn's like, no, he does not have to leave because he doesn't work for you. He works for your uncle. And Spencer is just looking at him. And Dex is just looking at Spencer, right? And Spencer's saying whatever. And Sonny walks up behind him and said, is there a problem here? And Spencer just turns and he looks at Sonny. Yeah, Spencer. Yeah. Okay. Because you don't speak for your uncle and you never have. And so Jocelyn says, your nephew is the problem. He is a belligerent, I think he said belligerent ASS. He is a belligerent donkey, right? And so she walks past, and Trina looks at Spencer and she shakes her head because she tried to get Spencer to leave with her. And he goes, in a minute, I'll be in a minute. Because she goes, I invited you as a guest, and this is how you act, right? And so Spencer goes after Trina, behind Trina, because Joss has already left. And Sonny asked Dex, what's going on here? And Dex was just like, your nephew didn't want me here. But I wasn't going to leave until I checked with you first. And Sonny says, no, it seemed to me like Spencer was trying to goad you and you didn't respond. And Sonny said it in such a way like, good for you, good. I'm glad you could hold your temper. But Sonny's not going to forget that. And Sonny, I could tell he's going to speak to Spencer behind that madness, right? So, and Spencer needs to be spoken to because look, they live together now. So Sonny heard Spencer tell him to go pick up some dry cleaning or something, wait outside. So Sonny's going to have to put Spencer in his place, and let's hopefully sooner rather than later. Okay, we've got Nina there trying to see Nina. This is what makes her just hated. She's talking to Drew. He's trying to make simple small talk, just barely simple small. And then she goes, oh, no, Carly. And he looked, he goes, Carly wasn't invited. And so she looks at him, no, she wasn't. But I thought she would have been your plus one. And so Drew looks at Nina and he goes, no plus one for me. And she's just looking at him. And Drew just says, excuse me, and walks up. And I said, oh, just goodness, Nina. So anyway, so he goes over and he's mingling with any old body, right? And we have Jordan telling Porsha, look, Porsha, you need to tell Curtis. I mean, the same old thing. Look, and my whole thing is Jordan, it didn't work all the other 100 times you tried to get her to tell. It ain't gonna work now. And so she told her, you know what? I'm least of your problems. Because she goes, you just want to mess things up for me, Jordan. And she goes, no, I'm least of your problems. And what's that supposed to mean? Stella knows. And so Porsha looks and she goes, Stella knows how to keep a secret. Stella kept the fact that Curtis's father was alive, that secret, all his life. And I said, she's right about that. As self-righteous as Stella pretends to be, Stella sure can keep a secret, right? And guess what? There's more secrets where Marcia and Stella are concerned. So Porsha just might not be too out of bounds with that assumption that Stella is not gonna tell Curtis. But we shall see. You know, as far as we got was Porsha being walked down the aisle by her father. Curtis, Curtis actually before that point, he went back to where Porsha was in the room. And he goes, can we talk? Or I need to speak to you. So she was going to open the door. And he's like, no. I don't want to see you, before time, bad luck, tradition. She goes, I didn't think you were superstitious. He says, no, but I don't want nothing to go wrong. Because she had been reminiscing her romance with Curtis and thinking maybe I should tell him. And so she goes, I want to talk to you too. And I thought, she ain't talking to him. She ain't telling him. So he's telling all this stuff to her, how much he loves her, blah, 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 blah. Curtis. And he goes, listen, it's almost time to start. I just needed to come. I just needed to hear you, tell you I love you. I love you too, Curtis. And so he goes, I'm going to go. Curtis? No, I'm going to go ahead and it's almost time to start. I'll be waiting for you at the altar. Now he's talking in normal voice so she could hear him. And she's busy. Curtis? I'm trying to tell you a secret, Curtis. She didn't say that at all in such a manner that she wanted, because guess what? That's not nothing she would have told him with the door closed, right? She would have opened the door. Curtis, I've got to tell you something. If she were ever really going to tell him, I can't wait for this to blow up in her face. Cannot wait. So now we're at the part where it ended, where Laura got to the anybody who has just cause that these two should not be married, speak now or forever hold their peace. So that's where we're at. Now, either Stella's gonna come in or Stella's not gonna come in, but I could tell you what, Jordan is not gonna stop that wedding and tell Curtis herself. If she does, I would be shocked and more than shocked, right? So then we have Cardi's in the elevator and Liesl got in the elevator. And Liesl stops it between floors and turns to her, how dare you do this to my Nina again? She goes, Nell, I could understand. I could understand. She says, and you didn't know till after Nell was dead. But Willow, you have dug a wedge between Willow and Nina. And Carly says, first of all, I did not draw a wedge at all between Willow and Nina. Nina did that all on her own. That had nothing to do with me. And so, and Carly told her she was sorry for her loss for Britt. And she was saying, and for my Nina to possibly be losing a child like I did, the pain and anguish. And she goes, but you know nothing of that. And I thought, hello, Morgan? Carly knows what it's like to lose a child and a young adult child. Morgan was in his 20s. Okay. So yes, she knows. Liesl, right? And so Carly was remembering, especially when she brought up the pain of her losing her Britta, that it was because of Britt that Jocelyn is alive today, right? So Carly felt just a little twinge of kind of like not guilt because of, excuse me, not guilt because of Willow and Nina's relationship, but guilt or gratitude that her daughter Jocelyn's life was spared because Britt intervened. right? And so Liesl said, but you have robbed my Nina from precious time, and now her Willow could be gone. And I'm thinking, Liesl, I know you didn't get the results of your swab that fast. I mean, where are we with that? So the swab tells if she's potential, then they got to do the rest of the test, but don't give up on Willow just yet. So she goes, I need you to do something for me. And Carly's like, what is that? And she goes, I need you to be the bridge between Nina and Willow. And she goes, oh, no, I won't do that. She either said can't or won't. I can't do that. No. And so Lisa looked at her and she goes, but what I can do is be a bridge between you and Willow. And Obret looked at her like, okay, wait, that could work, right? So Carly goes to Willow's room, and Michael and Willow have been talking, and Willow told him she wants to get married, say their vows in the Quartermain living room where their first wedding took place, around friends and family. Because Michael said, well, we can get married right here. She says, no, I do not want to get married in this hospital. I don't want these machines going off. Michael, I may not be able to go home today, because he goes, Dr. Randolph isn't here tonight. She goes, okay, I can wait till morning, but I want to be released. I want you to take me home. I want to be around my children. I want to plan our wedding. And that's what I want, and that's what I want to do. I want to be with you for as long as I can, you and our family, for as long as I can. So Carly comes knocking on the door. She goes, knock, knock. And so she goes, I'm just checking in. And so she goes, everything okay? And Willow said, everything is better than okay. Michael and I are getting married. And Carly's like, wait, what? And then he goes, look, Willow says, obviously soon, right? So they send Michael off on a going to get some drink trip. And Carly comes in and she goes, look, I do want to help you with the wedding and talk to you about the wedding, but I really need you to do a favor for me. But this is, you know what, this is the picture I didn't show real quick of Willow and Michael talking, making their wedding plans. It's kind of sweet. She'll probably be sitting in a wheelchair for their wedding. But anyway, she goes, I need you to do a favor for me. And then when the scene comes back, it's Liesl sitting there talking to Willow. Now, Willow is just listening to Liesl, right? She's not giving her funny faces, because Liesl's like, you have a family and you come from a long line of strong women. So it's kind of like Willow was looking, and now she's thinking, goodness, I do got some history, right? And Liesl was just talking to her, and we're going to be here for you, and we're going to this, that, your family, and blah, blah, blah. And Carly's just looking, and Willow's just, listening to her, not saying, no, I don't want to, nothing. She's just listening to her. So I do believe, for one, Liesl's going to be the match. Liesl is going to be the one to try to bridge Willow and Nina's relationship, make a bridge there, which fine, it should be. Okay, I ain't mad at that, but I knew Carly wasn't going to, because it ain't her place at all. But okay, definitely Liesl can. So that was pretty cool, that Carly did. Look, and not tomorrow, next week. She did it right then. They obviously went right back up, because they were headed down. They went right back up, and Carly took care of business. So, Team Carly. But anyway, let's go to Comment Corner. Okay, let's get my comments up here. We have Jane. Jane says, I would not want to be on Aunt Liesl's bad side or Aunt Stella's. But look, Aunt Stella's MIA, right? We haven't seen Stella. My whole thing is did she go get a rush DNA test? Because let's face it, she's staying in Curtis's house, so she could go and get some DNA from Trina, DNA from herself, and get a test run. Let's see what Stella's up to, right? And Susan says, so far, no one has said anything to Curtis. Carly did quietly listen to Liesl. I know she did not be Carly. Carly wasn't Carly. And said she would try a bridge between Liesl and Willow, but she really doesn't have anything. She doesn't have any say in Willow's having anything to do with Willow. Nina, that's all on Nina. Yep. She did talk to Willow, then later brought Liesl into the room, and Liesl was talking to Willow. Carly was happy for Willow and Michael when Willow told Carly they were getting married. I hope I hope Dr. Terry Randolph has good news about Liesl's blood work and test results that Liesl was a match for Willow. That would be nice for Liesl, that she could save someone else's life. That would be nice. I would like that. I wonder if Dex will volunteer to get tested for Willow after Josh told him Willow and the plans to do the stem cell transplant was a no-go, as not enough to help Willow. I was disappointed that Spencer started to pick a fight with Dex. Me too. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. He should have been quiet and walked Trina to the wedding. Trina did call him out on his attack on Dex, and so did Josh to Sonny. Yeah, Trina's gonna have to set him straight. Let me tell you something. If you were me, no. You can't be acting like that. And no, there was no reason for him to act like that. And Hello There says, it's a bit early to tell, but something is off about Porsha's brother, Zeke. Yes, it is something off with him. There is something, I don't know. I don't get a good feeling about her father either. When he said at the wedding rehearsal, Trina said, Zeke went his own way in life. Yeah, what did he do? Maybe he's going to be involved in the Pikeman security thing. I don't know. I think something's up. That's going to be interesting. Gwendolyn says, if Spencer gets custody of Esme's child, that would lock him in with Esme. But if it comes out that Esme is Elizabeth's sister, Elizabeth could get custody. Molly told Trina that Esme may get probation so she could have custody of her own child. Oh my, so many choices. Okay. Now we have Deborah says, I made a mistake with the name Brick. With the names, Brick will investigate for Sonny and find out Dex is working for Michael. Yeah, I believe. Well, you know what? Brick slipped. He dropped the ball. Brick is supposed to be this great cyber guy. He should have already found that out and didn't. You know, I'm disappointed in Brick. Dex will have a fight with Brick and Dex will kill Brick. Nope, it's not going to happen. This will be the start of Sonny's demise. Sonny's about to mix up with the names. Oh, sorry about the mix up with the names. Brock, but Brick. No, Brick is not going to be killed. Stephen A., the sports announcer, that's his like hobby fun thing for years. He's going to continue to be on General Hospital for years. That's just like his. He just loved the soap and always wanted to be on, and he always has. He's never on for long, but yeah, no, Brick is Superman. Night Girl 54 says, awesome GH review. Monday show should be good. You know what, Night Girl? I thought it would, but it left me say, hey, what's going on here? That didn't go. No, we need more. Yolanda says, if Liesl is a match, she will blackmail Willow and Michael to help stank face Nina. Nah, Liesl won't blackmail. Lucy says, when exactly and by whom will Porsha's secret bomb drop? I know. Nancy says, Phyllis. Yep, Phyllis is the person you couldn't think of. You're right. I could not think of the name. What was Nina's friend, the one from Nixon fought? Phyllis. And Lenny was her. Oh my goodness. By the way, Nell and Nina both attacked Willow. from the time they met her. Yep. Nell was jealous of Willow because she saw Michael kind of had a little, Willow was sweet and Michael kind of bonded with her when they were at the grief counseling thing. But Willow also didn't like Sasha because at that time, Sasha and Michael were girlfriend and boyfriend in the beginning before it was Willow, right? And then time they met her. So it would take time. It would take Willow more time for her to accept Nina as her mother. If she ever truly does accept her, Nina not only attacked Willow every time she came in contact with her, Nina also got Willow fired from the teaching job she loved. Yep. I really hope they don't let Willow die, but I can see her trying to set Sasha and Michael up in case she dies. These writers need to totally break the curse of Michael's love life because Sasha and Star are the only survivors, that's true, in Michael's love life. Everybody else has bit the bullet, right? They died. If they let Willow die, no, I hope they don't. I have a feeling Stella is running a DNA test. Let's hope so. She might be. For her to see if Trina is actually related to her before she tells Curtis. However, I can see her stopping the wedding. When Porsha and Jordan start arguing, someone will definitely overhear them. I believe it'll be either Trina, Taggart, or Curtis. Well, guess what? Nobody overheard. They didn't stick true to soap opera, everybody overhearing everything. Medora says, Drew gave me Ryan Lavery vibes. Can he play anything else? I'm so glad Spencer will be there when the bomb drops. No, Drew, he only whispered, no, it's not that way. What do you know? Yeah, he's playing Ryan. Dacia says, Stella is Curtis's mother, not his aunt. Could be. Lizzo is coming to the rescue for Willow. Nina should give Willow a break. Just leave her alone. Yeah, let Willow come along. CB Wright says Willow is dying and has no business holding grudges before she enters the pearly gates. Plus, Willow should remember her own child was stolen and switched. Well, it wasn't stolen, but it was switched because she did give her child up for adoption. Willow should be able to have compassion and understand both Nina and Sonny have at least let them hold or meet the baby. Yeah, initially later they'll be able to meet that baby, but no. And you got to think about it. Willow thinks she's dying. Yes, she found out this woman is her biological mother, but this is a woman who has tormented her. So on my final days, am I going to spend my time? I'm not spending Willow's not spending her time hating Nina. She just doesn't want nothing to do with Nina. She doesn't have time for all that. She wants peace. Her thinking of Nina, her being around Nina does not give her peace. And if she's dying, she wants peace. Dacia says, Curtis and Taggart and Trina, all of them are going to be hurting by the lies Porsha and by Porsha's lies. And let's see, she'll be hated by Taggart, Trina, and Curtis. Richard says, another great daily recap, lady. Love your points on Willow and Nina regarding the heart necklace. Sonny is definitely a calmer version of the mob boss we all know and love with Nina. Yes, he is calmer. Porsha is a beautiful bride. Too bad this wedding isn't going to happen. Trina, Curtis, and Taggart are all going to be crushed when this paternity is revealed. I'm with you. I like how attentive Sonny is with Nina. And I know you guys don't like them as a couple, but you have to admit they are growing on us. Spencer, my allergies are acting up, y'all. Spencer loves his dad. He is just hurt. He'll be devastated if he knew Nicholas was dead. If Nell came back, Would you stop watching GH? Would the writers have to come up with a good enough explanation for you to continue watching? Many of the fans believe Nell is still alive and want her to return. The problem is the body was found and identified as Nell Benson Jerome. The writers could write anything to resurrect Nell, but it would have to make sense. You have a good imagination. What would be a good resurrection story for Nell? Let me think. I'm gonna pause this video though. I gotta blow my nose, y'all. Hold up. All right, I'm back with a little Rudolph the Red Nose here. Now, what would be a good resurrection story? And by the way, Michael, if they brought Nell back, absolutely, I would still watch General Hospital. Look, I think at one point, what's Nikos Cassidyne's severed head is supposed to be in some kind of jar waiting for rejuvenation, right? General Hospital, they're crazy. We also had, remember little Jacob Martin Spencer, Elizabeth's son? Jake was hit by that car. Jake died in the OR room. And Elizabeth was asked for donating body parts. And Jake, some part of Jake saved some kid. Who did Jake save? General Hospital recap fans, think back. Jake's body, I mean, he had, Elizabeth agreed to have him be a donor. Patrick and Robin were the ones who extracted all the body parts from Jake. And there was a child, I can't think of which child, one of his organs saved. So if they could bring Jake back from the dead few years later, after physicians physically, took his body parts, they absolutely could write something for Nell. Okay. So I don't even want to think of a good story that they could do because I don't care. But yes, they absolutely, General Hospital, they're no stranger to completely rewriting history and rewriting history that we all know. So just telling us, nah, you guys dream that. Cassius says, if Stella and Marshall have a secret, it's probably that they're Curtis's parents. Could have been they had an affair on her sister, right? Rihanna says, by Monday, hopefully more than Drew's suit will change. Nope, that navy blue suit was still on Drew. I was really looking at his navy blue. I can't wait either. Taggart, you're so gracious and forgiving. Gracious to forgive and forget now. All these things are lining up for that secret coming out. However, I feel Porsha, change of heart over Spencer, is the real giveaway. He is there for Trina to run to. He got that text and dipped. He looked amazing. Spencer is growing up fast. Ava is in survival mode. Nina needs to take a seat for the moment. And Jordan needs to sit down as well. Great recap. Have a happy and safe weekend. And then we have Linda says, will the Nina/Nell necklace get them to think of Nell's son Wiley to be a better match for Willow? I think Wiley is too young to be a bone marrow donor. Phyllis runs the bar. Yes, it is Phyllis. Thank you so much. Sandy, baby Amelia, so cute. And talking Michael even had to laugh when she was talking so much. Yeah, but somebody said those are twin boys, cutest little boys. But you know what? We'll still call her because they're playing Amelia, and Amelia's a girl. NK says, Nell attacked Willow at her home and gave her child away like a doll. Of course, Willow won't take that necklace. The only way she'll The only way I see Willow having a relationship with Nina is if she acknowledged how problematic Nell was. Cindy says Jocelyn didn't have a date because she has to hide the relationship with Dex. She's going to get tired of that. Yep. Lisa says once the truth comes out, Porsha will need Spencer on her side to convince Trina to give her another chance. Sandy says all the women in Curtis's life have betrayed him. Selena Wu will be waiting with the shoulder to cry on, probably. But guess what? Curtis talks about this truth. Everybody only telling the truth. No lies between them. Has he told anybody his club is being used for illegal gambling in the back room? Has he told Porsha that Selena Wu is his partner? Nope. So I guess there are some secrets. He stood there behind that door, said, "We have no secrets between us." Yes, you do, Curtis. Yes, you do. You got a big secret and one that can land you in jail, Curtis. So YAA says Lizzo would be the bridge between Nina and Willow. Now Willow has a legacy family to connect to. I don't think they will kill her off that easily, but they need to make her less whiny because I'm tired of her martyrs attitude. Trey Voice says that won't stop TPTB. Acronyms. From killing her off just because. Remember, her sister Nell had a baby by Michael, so that doesn't mean that means she had a legacy family to connect to, and she still died. Nope, Nell did not have a legacy family to connect to. Nell did not know she was Nina's father. Nell did not know that she was related to Lizzo and Britt. Nell only knew she was related to the Bensons and semi-related to Carly. Sandy says Spencer is trying hard to be the man, but deep down inside, he's a little hurt boy. Spencer and Trina will bond over their lying parents. Jordan is about to bust. She wants to tell Curtis so bad. She still loves Curtis. Trey Boy says Trina is a little girl herself. Anita says at the end of the episode, Jordan shows up. She really needs to mind her own business. The truth usually comes out. Plus, this is nothing new in the real and the soap world. At least Stella had enough sense to pretend that she was not feeling well. I'm glad that Taggart apologized to Curtis. Just wait until the truth comes out regarding Trina's bio father. This will be interesting to watch. Yes, yes, and more yes. Thank you for the recaps, everybody. Look, let's hope we have a better show tomorrow, because to me, they didn't bring it. They didn't bring it. They need to bring it tomorrow, though. So let's see. And I'll be back for another daily recap of General Hospital.